Hi friends, Suzanne here. Welcome to another paper pumpkin alternative video on my YouTube channel and blog. If you're new to my channel, I want to say hi. This video will share alternative projects to stretch your paper pumpkin supplies. If you don't know what paper pumpkin is, click the link in the description box below and check it out. So come along with me as I attempt to create out of the box. Well, hello friends. Here we are with the paper pumpkin kit called Memorable Meadows. It is for March of 2024. This is I'm doing 2 cards today. And let's see, the components here are a garden green ink spot. We get 2 stamp sets, plus we have components and supplies for 9 cards and 9 envelopes. And there's a whole bunch of coordinating Stampin' Up colors. There is also some alternatives that they're showing there on that page. Not only that, but we have the Stampin' Up just started doing this month and last month, I think only a couple months. This stamp set is called Daisy for You. And so first of all, they're naming the stamp sets, which is kind of fantastic. And secondly, they have this little piece of paper that comes with. So this one's called Memorable Meadows, and there's heartfelt thanks, and it's the little things that matter sentiment, and have a happy birthday, and you've been on my mind. They also have these wood embellishments as well. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but you can sparkle emboss those and they look phenomenal. All right, so I am bringing out my Card Maker's Companion book. This happens to be my favorite one with the very peachy colored, almost sakura or cherry blossom vibe. I love this one. I almost didn't want to write in it because but I have so many, you guys. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. These are really good for gifts, and I thought I would bring them around so that you know what I'm talking about. So I'm putting the design in the book. So the little strip of designer series paper, or this happens to be a cardstock, we're going to start off we're going to make little slices, or we're going to make one little slice here so that the card is 3 3/4 inches tall. Then we're going to cut 6 slices of card front, really, and at 1 1/2. So I'm going to make 2 cards today. One is going to be sort of a stepped up version, and one is going to be a simpler version. So you guys can choose. I know that a lot of people wait and try to do the same designs that I'm doing. I always try very hard not to overuse the supplies. I try to stick with them. So for this card, for these 2 cards, the only thing that I added was the basic white thick card base, and some of my pretty peacock scraps. And again, the pretty peacock scrap was 1 5/8 wide and 3 7/8 tall. And we will, and I only made 3 of them, so that I'm going to kind of do in tandem the stepped up version and the simple version at the same time. So I'm working on the stepped up version right now because it's going to have a mat. So I am matting the cut little, I'm now going to call it designer series paper. It's really the card front. And I'm going to mat it with this beautiful, pretty peacock cardstock. By the way, it's probably my favorite color. I don't know if you've ever been into my salon, but we have this color blue all over the salon. And sort of, there's a whole bunch of different blues, but I gotta say, I quite like blue. I have a blue car as well. My mom said that she always tried to put pink on me, and I always went for blue. All right, so what I'm doing is trying to organize so that the design looks equal. I'm flipping it over, putting dimensional adhesives on the back, making the spaces first, flipping them over and sticking them down. So that way I can get somewhat precise placement. It sometimes works. So again, this is the stepped up card. So we're popping up these, I think this is called a triptych card. I think that's what my team member, Jan, told me. I remember she asked me about it. How do we figure out the measurements? You just have to figure out the measurements. And today I figured them out for you. So again, the paper is 1.5 inches wide and 3 3/4 inches tall. So this is the more simple one without the paper backing or the mat. And I am again making sure that the picture is like specifically not jumbled up, so it's equal. It looks better, trust me. So I'm going and stamping in the garden green and just on a piece of extra basic white. So I'm using this for my sentiment. So for the stepped up version, I'm going to fussy cut the word thanks. I'm not even going to use the word heartfelt. I'm just going to go with thanks. So I like to fussy cut. Some people like it as well, and some people cannot be bothered. And I have been in personal classes where they said, well, if you like fussy cutting so much, why don't you fussy cut for me? And I usually sit down and I do that. And we have a lovely time and chat together, and they think they're getting away with murder. And they just don't know that they've given me something that I like to do. So it's a win-win situation. Anyway, I put some adhesive on the back of that thanks, and I matted it with, again, that pretty peacock. So I double fussy cut that one. So I'm going to put dimensional adhesive on the back of that sentiment, and I'm going to adhere it to the stepped up version of this card. And I'm going to apply the adhesive back sequence that came in the kit. So I'm not straying too far off, other than like an addition of some cardstocks. So I like to put 3 in a triangle to draw the eye to the sentiment, and just so you notice the little extras. All right, so this is my little mini trimmer. It has a little guillotine on it. Stampin' Up used to sell them. They don't anymore. I apologize. I use mine really a lot because I just, like you just saw, I sort of cut out a little piece of the sentiment. So the piece I cut out was 1 7/8 wide, and 5/16 tall. So I just wung it, in other words, and I'm winging it again with this pretty peacock cardstock, and that measures 2 1/16 by 1 1/2. So really weird measurements, but as you can see, it actually works really nicely. So those are my cards. There's one stepped up, and then there's one just more simple. Thank you so very much for watching, you guys. I apologize for this going up late, but I'm doing the best I can. So please give me a thumbs up and make a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. All right, bye for now.